Okay, so I know you've been expecting to see more of the chain play project. We ran into a few problems recently. They are totally fixable, but I want to get them resolved, and then we'll jump back into that project. It'll be a few weeks, but I want to make sure that we get everything resolved, and then we'll tell you everything that's been happening with them. I'm excited to finish that project. For now, I've changed gears, and we're going into a project that's also really big and very difficult. We'll see how it goes this week. My name is Matt. Follow along as I turn Duracell, the legendary ocean racing sailboat, into a comfortable cruising home. So this is the Traveler bulkhead. It is the aft end of the doghouse, and it is a very important structural part of the boat because the Traveler goes on top, which carries the main sheet. It'll be a very loaded part of the boat. Last fall, we built this bulkhead and installed it, and we did a lot of the laminations that attach it to the boat. We're not done. We have more fiberglass to put onto this thing. It's really difficult because it's obviously a really big piece. I want to vacuum bag the whole thing it makes it a lot stronger. It being so warm out, using epoxy, I don't have a lot of time to get lots of fiberglass on it, get the vacuum bag on it before everything cures. And so it's a very difficult project, something I have to I have to spend a lot of time planning, preparing, thinking about just the whole process. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be interesting. I just rolled on the tack coat just to make things sticky, and now I'm going to go wet out the fiberglass in the shop and bring it out. If you need epoxy, you can use our affiliate link below the video to get a discount and help support our project. I do recommend Total Boat's 2-to-1 high performance epoxy. It has worked great for our project. The morning was rapidly warming up, and it was a race against time to get the wet fiberglass onto the bulkhead and into a vacuum bag before the epoxy cured. These first layers are unidirectional straps that help carry the loads of the Traveler down to the boat. To see more on the design of the Traveler bulkhead, go back and watch episodes 24 and 49. If you watched episode 49, you'll remember that there were a couple voids in the lamination that had to be fixed. Before adding more layers, I fixed those small spots by grinding them out and adding fiberglass to the voids. I borrowed this extra vacuum pump from Joel to supplement the sucking capacity of my little vacuum pump for this very large vacuum bag. The Traveler bulkhead project is not over yet. There would be 2 more lamination sessions to go after this one. I made plans with my parents to come over on Sunday for a Mother's Day familation. Between laminations on the Traveler bulkhead, we moved to the bow where I'm beginning some more projects. Part of the boat to come off with it. Many years ago, the reason this boat was available to us is because it hit a container ship out in the middle of the Pacific. And one of the big casualties was the bow and the bowsprit. It's been taped up this whole time to try and keep water out of it, but we're going to take it, we're going to try and take the whole thing apart, see what the issues I need to deal with are. We're going to build a bowsprit. The boat has a what I consider a false bow, where the real bow, or like the stem, is actually back about 8 inches from here, and then they built a foam part that, so this whole section is foam, solid foam, and then they covered it with fiberglass, and so it's kind of a another sacrificial part of the boat, I guess.
Why do they do that?
I am not quite sure, but I think it's for if you hit something. You don't like
a freighter.
put a hole in the boat. Huh. Yeah. What we're gonna find out is how wet it is.
Do you see this?
Yeah. It's just kind of crumbling inside here. So yeah, it's just solid foam inside there. This thing is all bent up from the collision, and so it's been kind of a trick getting it separated.
This is totally folded over.
Yeah.
And it's 1/4 of an inch thick.
So this chain plate is where the forestay will be?
No. So, well, originally this was the masthead forestay. So, but we are not going to use it for that purpose. This chain plate here will be for our head sail. And then this one will be for like Code Zero, Jenica, kind of downwind sails. So, yeah, we won't use it for upwind head sails. Cool. Yeah, this is a good thing to hang on my wall. But yeah, a lot of damage is here. The plan is to build a little bowsprit and an anchor roller up here. Maybe change this to carbon fiber. A lot of work to do.
More fun for Matt.
That's right. I am looking forward to this project, especially making the bow look pretty again, and diving in. See, this side is bent over. It's supposed to be flat, but I think when it hit the freighter, that's one of the many, things that gave, I guess. There used to be a big bowsprit attached to this too, but that was lost at sea. So this is the next piece to come off. This is like a fiberglass plate that was directly underneath that stainless steel plate that we just took off. You can see how it's been crushed right there. Now you can see the foam. We're trying to remove chain plates today. These are all the forward chain plates. There's the baby stay is back there. I got the staysail stay chain plate out. We have this, it's like a fractional forestay, and then the head stay chain plate is right here. These are all pretty unique systems, but I've got all the bolts out. This one, like I said earlier, this is on the actual stem of the boat, and the bolts are welded to the plate, and so it's very stuck. I think it's glued on really well, and so I have to go in and hit it with the with the heat gun, and my mom's gonna try and pry it off.
Oh,
Sweet.
trophy.
Is it hot still? Oh yeah, still warm. It's a big one.
Ah.
Nice.
All right.
So this is a lot of the chain plates with the exception of the vertical chain plates, and we're even missing a few backing plates and stuff, but that's 100 pounds of stainless steel that we removed from the boat. And so in total with the verticals, it'll be 300 pounds of stainless we're removing from the boat to be replaced by carbon chain plates. So I think we'll go from like 300 pounds of stainless to less than 100 pounds of carbon chain plates. So making the boat lighter.
It's ventilation time.
We have a whole bunch more layers of fiberglass to put on the bulkhead, the Traveler bulkhead. So it's warm today, so we're gonna get as many done as we can in a short amount of time. We probably won't finish it, but we'll do our best. Happy Mother's Day. And honey, would you mind keeping an eye on the time for us?
Matt, if I got epoxy in my hair, do you recommend hot water or cold water for trying to rinse it out?
I would say no water, acetone.
Yeah.
You want me to pour acetone on my head?
Just take an acetone bath.
He used acetone on my hair. So, but then I had to go home and
I got a really good.
cut a few
I got a
clumps out.
second vacuum. I don't remember last time we weren't getting one. Keep an eye on this little bit in this pail from the first batch. When it starts curing, then we'll know it's time to quit.
What should I look for curing?
We'll kind of smell it and see how sticky it gets. Here.
Time check, 10:09. check 1020.
Okay, thank you. I like it. Do you like it?
That one's like perfect.
Sometimes I get it right. So that means we've completed the number 4 layer, correct? Done 8 so far.
If it seems like it's not curing by 11 o'clock, are we going to keep going?
No, we're gonna stop because it gets too warm. It'd be too risky to keep going.
There's nothing better than a Duracell lamination on Mother's Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a beautiful lunch to be had. The lead guitar player, he was a real entertainer.
Hmm.
He was funny and
Was he from the original band? So we got about 3/4 of it done yesterday before it got too warm, and then we quickly got the bag on. It took us a while to get the bag sealed up. It's such a huge area, but it got sucked down, and I'm really curious to see how it turned out. It looks awesome. Looks perfect. There's nothing wrong. There's no voids. Looks excellent. I was worried because it was so warm yesterday that things could start to cure quick, and I was afraid that we didn't get the bag sucked down quickly enough for it to before it was like hard. And so, but no, we obviously got it on fast enough. It looks really, really, really good. It's been like a 1,000,000-step project, and we only have one more big lamination to go. I'm going to call my mom, see if she wants to come out tomorrow and help me finish it. But I'm excited to see this thing finally done, and we can get to work on the cockpit.
That was a cool crackling sound.
So my mom and I did this last lamination this morning, and it went really, really well. This Traveler bulkhead has got all its layers on it now, so the next step is to start building the cockpit. So next week I'll be working on the cockpit, starting to build benches and coamings, and in a few weeks we'll get back to finishing the chain plates. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. We have a few more Patreons to thank this week. Again, we couldn't do this project without our Patreon support. So thank you again to everybody. First, thank you to John. He circumnavigated with his family. I think he said 4 kids. They have a Hylas now. He used to have a Tiana. Big sailor. Lives in Florida. Thank you very much, John. Doug and his family are from Long Island. They have this really beautiful lobster boat, and they do tons of kiteboarding, and they have a really cool, I think it's called a Wasp foiling dinghy. It looks really fun. But
You are so jealous that they do a
I
ton
am
of.
extremely jealous, but
One day.
I have plenty of fun things to do.
Yeah.
And last, thank you to Gary. Gary had loved being on the sea his entire life. He was a pilot, and he's building this really gorgeous wooden airplane. Can't wait to see it finished. Thank you very much, Gary. And thanks again to everybody.